Und da sind wir wieder zurück bei einer weiteren Runde von Tales of Vesperia in der Definite Edition. Wir haben uns mal wieder von allen getrennt, das heißt, wir gehen jetzt erstmal rum und quatschen einmal mit denen.
What's the matter, boss?
I don't know if I like you calling me that.
The boss is the boss. What would you have me calling you instead?
Just call me whatever you called me before. This boss thing seems a little over the top. It makes me feel silly to have you calling me that.
Don't you think you'll get used to it?
Well, maybe.
Well, you know way more about guilds than I do, right?
I guess. The boss of a guild has to stand as a role model for everyone else. I wonder if I could be that great of a person.
Come on, it's not like you're expected to be the best boss ever from the very beginning. You can take it a little at a time. For now, our guild has a job to complete.
You're right. First we need to take Estelle to meet Pharaoh. But do you think we'll be able to meet him?
Our guild's job is to figure out a way to meet him. If we can't meet him, we won't get our reward, and people will lose confidence in our abilities. That's all there is to it.
I think we may have picked something a little too tough for our first job.
It's more of a challenge that way, and our reward will be that much bigger too. Let's make the best of it.
Yeah.
So, dann gehen wir mal die anderen suchen. Gucken, ob da einer drin ist. Man weiß ja nie, wo die Leute sich hier überall verstecken. Oh, wir haben Ritter gefunden. Wie schön.
Do you really plan on helping Estelle find that Pharaoh whatever?
Yeah, I guess so.
Didn't that thing say that Estelle was an insipid poison or something?
Yeah, I heard.
After something like that, I guess you can't just tell her to forget about the whole thing. But it won't help her if she uses that as an excuse not to deal with the issue of the succession to the throne.
Yeah, I'm worried that might happen.
What are you talking about? That's what is happening.
Yeah, maybe.
But...
You're saying I should take her back to the castle?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
It was her decision. We have to let her figure out what she should really do.
You realize it might come to blows with this Pharaoh guy, right? She won't get to figure out anything at all if she dies.
She's not gonna die. That's why I'm going with her.
Ugh, have it your way then.
Finde ich aber süß, dass sich Rita tatsächlich Sorgen um Estelle macht. Nachdem wir sie als kaltherzige Person kennengelernt haben, die sich nicht so um die Sorgen anderer kümmert. So, wo ist der nächste? Oh, repeat. Wie geht's dir, Kumpel?
I said that I will deal with things in my way of doing. But I let Cumore escape that easily. What a shame. I don't know how I could explain this to Flynn. I know. We have Guild's job to deal with rather than Cumore. Yeah, I just can't let him loose. Men of his kind will never learn, and will always repeat the same thing forever. I'll have to do something. I left the Empire and formed a guild for this kind of purpose. He will get what he deserves.
Dann bring ihn aber bitte nicht wieder in aller Heimlichkeit um. Oh, hallo Estelle.
I'm just incorrigible. Whenever something or someone catches my eye, I forget all about everything else. I really lose sight of everything I was planning on doing beforehand.
Yep, that's about right.
I came to my senses after Judith told me. Until now, I've been dragging the rest of you around with me like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, it could be worse. If you were Empress, one word from you and the entire Empire would run off to do your bidding.
Yeah. I kind of feel like coming with you was the right choice.
Oh yeah?
I've been able to see all sorts of new things. I still don't know whether I'm going to take the Imperial throne, but there are still so many things left to learn about in this world.
And Pharaoh's one of those things?
It scares me to think about it, but I have to know who I am. I have to know what he meant by saying I was the insipid poison of this world.
It sounds like you've made up your mind.
Yuri? I might end up trying to order you guys around again. Next time I do that, yell at me. What?
Sure. It's not the sort of personality trait that's easy to fix by yourself. Though there's another guy who's also a tough nut to crack. So I think we'll let him be the one we vent our frustration on.
Well, I'm going back to the inn. I'll see you.
So, wo haben wir jetzt die nächsten oder die nächste? Ich glaube, Raven und Judith sind die einzigen, die uns noch fehlen. Können wir einfach mal hier ein bisschen herumstreuen. So viele Orte, an denen die sein könnten, gibt es ja eh nicht mehr. Hi.
I can't believe we have to travel with you.
What, you ain't happy?
Well, I'm not exactly jumping for joy.
You're too glum. Lighten up. Didn't I stand together with you in the face of evil?
That was only because you had to. I still haven't forgotten about what you did at Nor Harbor.
You still remember that. Some people just don't know when to give up.
I'm not about to make a list of all your offenses. Saying that I'd rather not have your company on our trip is already more than enough.
Don't worry. I'll be on my best behavior. I behaved myself at Cave Mock and Gasperos, didn't I?
Yeah, that sure would be nice.
What should worry you more is whether or not these old bones will be able to keep up with you youngins for much longer.
You plan on sticking with us until Estelle goes back to the castle?
The Don ordered me to keep an eye on the girl. I ain't got much choice in the matter.
Sounds like a tough job.
I wonder if I could hand her over to the Imperial Knights somewhere.
I can see it in your eyes, old man. You're thinking bad thoughts again.
Nah, not at all.
Well, it's really too bad that you're going to be traveling with us. But might as well make the best of it.
What do you mean, really too bad? Well, whatever. Anyway, Raven the Great is going back to the inn. Later, boy.
So, da müssen wir nur noch Judith finden, wo auch immer die steckt. Vielleicht hier oben noch. Ich habe keine Ahnung. Wir werden sie schon sehen. Ich meine, sie ist ziemlich auffällig. Hier schon wieder das Inn. Das Repeat noch. Oh, nee, das ist sie. Das ist sie ganz bestimmt nicht. Hier sind wir, glaube ich, schon lang gelaufen. Ah, da ist sie.
Oh? Are you going to look for that Cumore guy by any chance?
Nah, just going on a walk. Where were you?
Just out for a walk like you.
What you said to Estelle earlier hasn't been gnawing at you, has it?
What I said earlier.
Didn't you say some pretty harsh things to Estelle?
Oh, right. Sorry to beat you to the punch like that.
What? You didn't beat me to the punch on anything.
You were going to tell her the same thing that I did, weren't you?
What, you figured it out? You don't have to apologize for something like that.
All right.
So weren't you going off to look for Cumore after feeling bad about hurting Estelle with what you said?
No, You don't believe me?
You care for other people's feelings a lot more than you let on,
No, not at all.
Well, whatever.
What about you? Aren't you going out to look for him?
I told you already, I'm just going for a walk.
So, jetzt haben wir mit allen geredet. Ich denke, wir können jetzt schlafen gehen. Hoffe ich.
Ready to go?
What should we do about Rita?
That one has her own matters to attend to.
That sounds about right.
So, first to the harbor and then find a boat?
Huh? You mean...
Are you coming too?
Yeah.
Wasn't there something you had to go do?
You were going to investigate the air craner, weren't you? It turns out the one at Cave Mock the Commandant asked me to look into has already been researched. I hadn't really made up my mind about which route to take to research the others.
So you'll be using us to help with your investigations?
Well, there's no guarantee I won't run into trouble like back at Heliord. Anyway, it'll be safer for me this way than going alone.
Nice to see your glowing personality hasn't changed.
This means we'll be able to travel together again. I'm so happy.
Yeah, well, you know, it's no big deal. Anyway, we were going to the harbor, right?
Ah, to be young again, I tell ya.
You got something you want to say?
Whoa! Down, girl!
To the harbor, then.
Mit allen wieder vereinigt.
I can't take it anymore. I'm seriously gonna starve.
Can I eat a gel?
No.
Does the pooch look a little scary to anyone else?
Oh, he's probably just hungry enough for his wild instincts to kick in.
The pooch isn't the only one about to go wild.
I'm no good at diets, seriously.
This isn't a diet, it's a fast. Why do we have to stop eating too?
We can't have delicious smells just wafting by. We're just as hungry as you are.
Ugh, what a tyrant.
Ich glaube, ich sollte bei Gelegenheit mal wieder kochen. Haben wir noch irgendwas, was wir überhaupt kochen können? Aber wir können Hacksteak, Salat. Unsere Schnellsachen können wir nicht machen, ne? Lass wir Raven demnächst mal ein Hacksteak machen. Sonst verhungern uns die Leute hier noch. Und das wäre weniger geil. Wo war ich stehen geblieben? Ah, ein Markt. Da gibt es zwar nur Apfelgummis und so, aber wir können es zumindest wieder Metallsachen eindecken. Das wäre vielleicht nicht das Schlimmste. Haben wir hier noch irgendwas, was gut für uns ist? Ich meine, wir waren hier schon, also von daher... Aber wir könnten unser Geld jetzt mal nutzen und uns ein paar Sachen kaufen, dass wir wieder kochen können. Was haben wir denn hier? Dummerweise gibt es hier nicht, um wieder Dingsens zu machen. Ich glaube erstmal ein bisschen Rindfleisch. So, dann können wir demnächst wieder kochen. Ah, es geht doch nichts über einen Kochtag. So. Immerhin können wir jetzt fast alles wieder machen. Gut. Ich glaube, für Sandwich fehlt uns, glaube ich, offensichtlicherweise das Brot, oder? Ja, und die Eier. Das können wir jetzt eine Weile machen. Das können wir auch noch ein wenig machen. Immerhin können wir Sorbet noch machen. Und das reichlich. Sehr schön. Dann können wir uns jetzt TP am Ende... Ich wünschte, wir könnten da runterrutschen. Ach, ich will noch was ausprobieren. In der... Ach, ich glaube, das können wir noch gar nicht. Das können wir noch gar nicht ausprobieren. Nee, was ist los?
Wie seltsam. Was ist denn los? Die Chagotin-Blumen öffnen sich eigentlich ja sonst nur in der Regenzeit. Aber seht, sie stehen in voller Blüte.
Das klingt seltsam.
Nicht wahr? Ich frage mich, ob jemand hier war und den Boden bewässert hat oder so. Würde das ausreichen, um die Blumen blühen zu lassen? Eine andere Ursache für eine frühe Blüte wäre ein Ungleichgewicht in der Erde.
Du meinst, dass dieser Ort...
Nein, selbst wenn ich recht habe, kann so ein Ungleichgewicht bisweilen auch auf natürliche Weise auftreten. Pflanzen sind Veränderungen in der Erde gegenüber empfindlicher als Menschen und sie reagieren entsprechend darauf.
Was in Heliod passiert ist, darf sich hier nicht wiederholen. Was um... Judy? Oh, das Aque-Blastia des Lagers ist...
Ich kann nicht glauben, dass der Drachenfreak es... Ich kann nicht glauben, dass der Drachenfreak es wieder tun. Ich werde nachsehen. Rita.
Der Drachenfreak,
Was soll denn die Aufregung?
Du... was? Das warst gar nicht du?
Ich verweigere die Aussage. Es war schrecklich. Ich konnte nichts mehr ausrichten.
Ich bedauere deinen Verlust.
Ah, wenn ich den noch einmal sehe, boxe ich ihn in die Stratosphäre. Dämlicher Drachenfreak.
Mensch, das ist beängstigend. Ich weiß ja nicht, was du damit bezweckst, aber...
Damit bereite ich doch niemanden von euch irgendwelche Probleme, oder? Ich sagte es bereits. Ich würde nie etwas tun, was einem von euch Schaden zufügen könnte.
Da... Eine kleine Szene zwischendurch.
Oh, Yoder!
Oh, it's you all. We meet again.
So what's a successor to the Imperial throne doing in a place like this?
I've been working with the Dawn to officially seal our Treaty of Friendship.
Is it going well?
Well, I wish I could say it were going better.
I can imagine. That Heracles monstrosity kinda made the Union really not like the Empire.
Yes. And now, prominent members of the Empire are voicing their doubts regarding the friendship treaty.
The conditions that Don gave the Empire were for a treaty of equality, after all.
And they are certainly not on equal footing with something like that.
Yes. Had I known about Heracles beforehand, I could have stopped them, but...
You didn't know about that thing? You're in line to be Emperor.
I know, but I have no authority over the Imperial Knights.
The Imperial Knights act on orders from the Emperor alone. They do not report to anyone else.
Well then, it's easy. Just become Emperor.
You mean...
Becoming Emperor isn't as simple as that.
Why not?
To ascend to the throne, one must possess the Imperial treasure, Dane Nomos. But Dane Nomos went missing around the time of the Great War, 10 years ago.
Huh. So that's the real story why we still don't have an Emperor.
And that's why Rago wanted to get his hands on Dane Nomos.
What was that, Yuri?
Forget it, it's nothing.
Anyway, is it really okay for an Imperial candidate to be wandering the streets like this?
I was just on my way to Heliord.
Ah, that is closer to Dongress than this place is. Negotiations would probably go smoother there.
I believe so too.
Master Yoder, we should be off.
If you'll please excuse me.
Und blub, da steht er plötzlich.
The two barrier blastia of this city and Nor Harbor were originally a single blastia.
Did you read that in one of your books back in the castle?
Yes, actually there were 3 pieces. The last piece sunk in the sea between the 2 cities.
I wonder if you could raise that Blastia. And if you sold it, you could live like a king forever.
The Empire would have already done it if they could. Any idiot could come up with that idea.
You don't have to be mean about it.
Ja, vielleicht ist es nicht so schlecht, wenn die Blastia-Stücke noch einzeln funktionieren, hat man wenigstens eine sichere Route. Wenn dazwischen noch eins ist. Ach ja, wir wollten uns ja nach einem Schiff umsehen. Ich wollte schon gleich in das Schiff hier hoppen. Aber vielleicht sollten wir uns erstmal ein Ticket ziehen. Guten Tag, gibt's hier unser Linienschiff, die Stratos wird der Zeit. Oh Gott, lasst mich allein.
Against that many? You've got to be crazy!
I wouldn't do that even if I had 9 lives.
What's going on?
Halt! If you won't do the work I've paid you for, then I want my money back. Add the Indigo Beasts to the blacklisted guilds.
Yes, Madam President.
Isn't that the woman we met at Dayton Hold?
Yeah, that's her all right.
Why do you guys know her?
We just met her once a while back. Is she a friend of yours?
I wouldn't say I know her. She's the president of Fortune's Market, one of the 5 master guilds.
In other words, she's one of the top dogs at the Union.
Hey, I just got an idea.
What's up, Carol?
Maybe she could get a boat for us to take across to Desier.
Ja, wir gehen da einfach mal hin und sagen, hey, du bist ja so mächtig, gib uns mal ein Schiff. Funktioniert bestimmt.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Yuri Lowell, you've come at just the right time.
Huh, I guess those wanted posters really do work.
Listen, I've got a job that would be just perfect for you.
Hard labor, huh?
I like a man who can cut to the chase. As you may have heard, schools of mermen often attack cargo ships at this time of year.
Huh? But I thought there was another guild that always served as your escort.
It seems the leader of the mercenary guild I hire passed away suddenly, so they aren't available. The other Guardian guild simply has no backbone. I don't know what to do.
What was the name of that Guardian guild you mentioned?
The Blood Alliance.
Gee, I wonder what could have happened to them.
You're all as guilty as I am.
Hate to disappoint you, but we're in the middle of something right now, so see you around.
Wait, Yuri, what about the boat?
Did you say boat?
We've made a guild of our own.
We're called Brave Vesperia.
That's a wonderful name. Well then, shall we talk business? Mutual gain is one of the basics of all business, you know. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Sorry, but like I said, we're in the middle of a job. We can't take on anything else right now.
We won't call it business then. Let's just say we'll cooperate as 2 guilds helping each other out. That way we won't be going against any guild principles. There are various incentives for getting along with me, you know.
Well...
All right, we can talk, but we need to go to Nordopolica. We can't afford any detours.
Fine with me. The mermen are only a problem in the waters near here. As long as I get to another port, I'm good. Once we arrive, I won't have any trouble making arrangements with another ship.
Wow, she means business.
So, do we have a deal?
I have the sinking feeling we just got tricked into something.
Fortune's Market isn't known as the best group of salesmen under the sun for nothing.
This isn't so bad. Now we have a way to cross over to Desier.
I'll even throw in a bonus for all of you.
Bonus? What do you mean?
If we arrive safely in Nordopolica, I'll give you the boat we used to get there.
Really?
The boat looks pretty beat up, but it's still a good deal.
Right?
So these mermen must be pretty tough customers if you're willing to part with the boat.
I'll leave that to your imagination.
Figured as much.
Marvelous. We have it. Now that we've settled the details, I'd like you to get to work right away. Just let me know when you've made your preparations.
Von mir aus können wir sofort ablegen. Ich bin fertig. Mit der Welt und allem anderen auch.
This is the Fiertia. She'll be your ship as soon as you've escorted her to Nordopolica. And this man is Tokunaga of Gull's Song, a maritime guild affiliated with Fortune's Market.
I'm Tokunaga. Very nice to meet you.
He's only on board for this voyage, so next time be sure to hire your own pilot. We're not in a hurry, but these are important negotiations, so I really appreciate the help.
What is the ship's cargo?
That's confidential.
It's nothing we should be worried about, is it?
Relax. We've got it covered. All right. Head towards Nordopolica. Go directly southwest from Torum Harbor and you'll see the Desier continent. Nordopolica is at the eastern edge.
I hope you won't mind if I go over the Fiertia's controls for you. You can only disembark from the ship where you see a dock, a port, or a beach. You won't be able to get onto land where there are cliffs. Of course, the ship can't pass over rocks, but you'll also have to keep her out of the shallows around islands. You might be able to take her into some rivers, if they're deep enough. However, if there's a bridge spanning the river, you won't be able to take her under. We wouldn't want to clip off our mast.
Die übliche Steuerung.
And that's about it.
Ich weiß gar nicht, ob es hier auf dem Wasser auch Feinde gibt. Wäre mir da gerade nicht so sicher. Ich steuere übrigens gar nicht. Jetzt können wir steuern.
We just started out and we're already working with one of the 5 master guilds. This is good.
Yeah, you're one step closer to making your dream a reality, Carol. Aren't you happy?
You talking to the kid? He's over there mumbling about something.
Merman. The first thing had to be merman. Brave Vesperia has some bad luck. What's the president of Fortune's Market gonna think of us if we fail? This is bad. This is so bad.
I don't think he's very happy. He's just being careful, that's all.
That's not being careful. That's running and hiding.
Naja gut, nachdem man was auf einer Karte aufgedeckt hat, sieht man wirklich wesentlich mehr. Das stimmt schon.
It'll be nice if we don't run into the mermen, won't it?
That's pretty wishful thinking.
You're quite the pessimist for your age, girlie.
I'm just a realist.
Anyway, thanks for your help. Looks like we're gonna make it there on time.
Yeah, Leviathan's Claw was going to beat us there if we hadn't found an escort for the
Leviathan's Claw, huh? That's a name I seem to be hearing a lot lately.
Oh? They're the guild that's specializing in sales of Blastia.
Oh, that explains the situation in Heliord.
Lately, they've been trying to steal our clients from us. If we weren't able to cross the sea, they would have swiped up another one of our major customers.
Still, I can't help but wonder where those slime balls are getting their products from.
Indeed. Blastia isn't exactly the easiest thing in the world to get one's hands on.
You don't think the Empire is behind this? No, that couldn't be. It's mages that are supervising the Blastia distribution.
Ah, right on time.
Everyone, be careful!
Da sind die Herren ja schon.
The world's spinning. I think I'm getting seasick.
Patty, bist du da drin? Ich habe gerade noch an dich gedacht.
Did that monster just say something?
That
You a chatty monster.
Und ich dachte mir schon so, der sucht, ja, danach müsst ihr euch einen anderen Steuermann suchen. Und diese Zeile war in der 360-Version nicht drin. Und dann dachte ich mir so, oh, das heißt, wir kriegen Patty gleich. Oder nachher. Spätestens, wenn wir angekommen sind. Au. Autsch, autsch, autsch. Danke. Au, au, au. Kommst du her, komm her.
I'm just getting started.
Ach ja, wir wollten ja. Ha.
That's the logical outcome.
You're true to your reputation. I was right to bring you along.
I tell you, Brave Vesperia doesn't have any shame in working an old man down to the bone, even while I'm looking for Apatheia and doing all sorts of other things.
Apatheia? Isn't that what you were looking for back in Nor Harbor?
That's right.
That's nothing but a fairy tale. I researched it a while back, but eventually I realized that there's simply no way it can theoretically exist.
I'm well aware people think it's a fairy tale.
Why are you looking for it?
Well, because the Don told me to.
It's still alive.
Ugh. You.
Patty! Well, that was a pleasant voyage.
Can you really call it a voyage when you're in a monster's belly?
What are you doing all the way out here? I was hunting for treasure when I fell into the ocean, but a nice monster came to play with me.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't become part of a complete breakfast.
This is all well and good, but can we get the ship back on course?
Yeah, sure. So that wasn't all of them.
I've healed him, but he should still rest for a while.
Well, this is a real problem. I don't suppose any of you know how to pilot a ship.
I can do it.
Patty, you can?
If you're gonna travel around the world, you'd better be able to at least pilot a ship.
Then I'd like to ask you to be in charge of piloting this vessel.
You gotta be kidding me.
Ah, of course. We've made much better time than I thought. We could even afford to make a side trip or two. I'll leave the course up to you.
With a ship, we can go practically anywhere we want.
Estelle, I know you want to look for Pharaoh, but don't you think we have more important things to do for the...
Do you think?
I'll do what I want. Don't worry about me.
We just started our guild. We should err on the safe side, don't you think, Carol?
Yeah.
All right. Then feel free to give me directions about our course.
Ah, wir wollten nach Südwesten, ne? Oh, naja, wir sind schon bei fast 30 Minuten. Da können wir jetzt eine kleine Pause einlegen. Das hat doch ein bisschen länger gedauert, als ich dachte. Wir sehen uns dann beim nächsten Mal wieder. Ich hoffe, ihr seid auch wieder mit dabei. Ich würde mich sehr darüber freuen. Also, bis zum nächsten Mal.